Hi there, it's Pete from Hermitage Road. Tonight I'm going to show you and talk about the Class 47s. These were the second most numerous BR locomotives of class of 512 that apart from the 08 shunters. Now they were built primarily with steam heating in the early 1960s, and 47035 is one of these steam heated ones. And also you can see two of the locomotives, two of the four that were especially repainted for the GWR 150 celebrations. They do look nice in green, always suited them. Now the 47s, they discovered that they were phasing out steam heating, so they started to introduce electric train heating. So they converted most of them over to ETH. Apart from 20 that were built like that, these were mostly allocated to the northeast. There were other subclasses of 47, particularly the 47-8s that came in later on. These were converted to have long-range fuel tanks by taking out some of the water tanks that were no longer used. This gave them almost twice the range, and obviously there was less refueling necessary with these. In Scotland, they had the 47-7s. Now these were the ones fitted for push-pull operation to replace the Class 27s between Glasgow and Edinburgh, and they were also set for 100-mile-an-hour running, which most of the 47s wouldn't do because they were restricted to 95 miles an hour, apart from some of the freight ones, which was 47-3s, and they were restricted to 75 miles an hour. Later on, there was another batch converted to 47-7s. These were for the parcels services. They were the red ones, generally, the res locomotives. There was one that was a special, and this was allocated down to Bristol Bath Road, though it worked actually at Westbury on stone trains. This was the 47-9. Now this one had Class 58 bogies and the Ruston engine that was later used in the Class 58, so it served as a test bed for the 58. It also had heavily modified exhaust in the roof, which made it unique, and it shortened its life really, because when it came for repairs there were no spares for it, so eventually they withdrew it. But I think it was a fairly popular locomotive with the drivers. It was extremely powerful and rode well on the track. Over to the far side you can see the livery that was carried in later years before they moved to intercity livery. This is the large logo livery, although this one is in a bit of a run-down state. It's been through a carriage washer too many times, I think. This was also allocated to Bristol at one time. In fact, most of my locomotives are, so I try to get them so that they're local to where the ones I saw. There's another two just poking out the shed. One's a heavily weathered one. This is one of the 47-4s, and it's 47-560 Tamar. And also by the side of it is another of the large logo ones, actually looking like it should do, clean and nice, not like the other one. As you can hear, 47537 is fitted with a sound decoder. It's quite loud actually, I hope it's not too loud for you. It's running on an oil train made of TTA wagons. Now the Class 47s were equivalent, a modern equivalent to the Black 5s in BR days. They were go anywhere, do anything locomotives. They were quite had impressive turn of speed, and they were quite reliable, although by all accounts they leaked oil everywhere inside the engine rooms. But you know, that's one of the things with the Sulzer engine. Now all my 47s are the Bachmann ones, but these are the earlier ones, not the new super detailed. I have one of those coming for Christmas, hopefully. It depends on what Santa gives me, who knows. But that's what I asked him for. They've improved them drastically, Bachmann. They are now the best 47. I did have some of the old Helljam ones, but they were too wide. Quite why Helljam got it wrong, I don't know, but they seem to have managed to do the same thing on the new 47, which has got a very strange tapered front on it, and the head code boxes look too big. Pity about that. I was hoping to have another one to choose from, so I think I'll stick to the new Bachmann ones, which I think are very good. This one just coming through the shot is 47001. This was a Scottish allocated locomotive, and it was one of the fairly early withdrawals, going in about 1986 or 87, and was cut up, unfortunately. This again is the Bachmann model. It's a Bachmann weathered one. I hope you've enjoyed the little bit of information on the Class 47s. They are very popular and a favourite locomotive of mine. Also, if you could subscribe, like, share, and that would be much appreciated. One thing I would ask any of my subscribers, could you actually check you're still subscribed? Because I've had occasion where YouTube had taken a subscription off. I don't know why, so if any of you could just check, it would be much appreciated. Thank you very much, and good night.